right, we are back here, NCPA Championships in Lakeland, Florida at Central Florida Paintball. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Catfish Arcilla, and we are about to watch the University of Tennessee Volunteers take on Temple University Owls. Both these teams have been in this league for a while. They're in a rebuilding stage right now, but got to give the edge probably right now to Temple, as they have 2 wins this season and Tennessee yet to score a victory. However, Tennessee, storied program in college paintball, and the captain of professional team Chattanooga CEP, Robbie Goldsmith, came out of Tennessee. So, you know, historically they've done very well, Catfish, and they're looking to prolong that legacy here.
Well, I mean, it's especially in college, it's kind of, you know, the teams filter through players. So it's, you know, you're going to see a lot of teams that are rebuilding and a lot of teams that aren't as strong as they used to be in past years. Yeah, well, we're going to see him throw down in just a few moments, but first let's check in with the third member of our broadcast team, Kristen Kenny, on the sidelines. Kristen, what's up?
Well, guys, Temple's going to be pushing the snake side really hard, so look for Tennessee to shoot guys off the break. And Matty, I hear Tennessee has some sharpshooters out there.
Yeah, they're good at sharpshooting in Tennessee. The thing, though, at this particular field, if that's what I'm hearing, that Tennessee is going to try to shoot players off the break, totally possible, of course, but the story of this tournament so far has really been this snake side, Catfish.
Definitely. A lot of the eliminations, a lot of the key moves have been coming down the snake. I mean, you saw Florida versus Liberty, and Florida players,
the Gypsy
Assassin, as what we're calling them now, was just walking through the snake.
Well, here we go on the breakout. You're looking at Temple on your screen right now, able to get into Snake 1. They still have 4 players backing them up on the flip side. They have Tennessee, and it looks like 5 players alive, but all in the pocket in that center. Looking at Temple, getting into Snake 1. They are the aggressors early, just like Kristen was talking about. And he is in a good spot here. He's going to try to get those crossfield shots, and now Tennessee going to have to try to get something going, and they're moving down that Dorito side, Cat.
Yeah, look for Tennessee to come down on that Dorito side, and the Owls don't seem to have too much support for their snake players. Snake player looking to try and find out what's going on. Maybe they're not communicating to him, you know. He needs to know to watch out for that Dorito on the left side there before he gets his head blown off.
Well, it looks like he got himself a kill from that Snake 2 position, and he's going to try to wrap around and get into this 50-yard line, that red section. But look at that stand-up Temple in the center. The stand-up Temple, direct center of your screen. He's shooting towards that snake side. Now he flips his gun towards the Dorito side, then right back on the snake. He's going back and forth, but he's got to lock that lane down. That's a good location to lock that lane down and keep Temple from aggressively pushing up the field.
Yeah, once that Temple player gets into the red zone of the snake, it's going to be bad news for the Volunteers here. But look for the Temple player here to make that move now, as he just did, and caught the Volunteer player slipping, you know, falling asleep at his job, you know.
Yeah, well, that's Francis Iskro. So Iskro now into past the 50-yard line here, and he's got great field position as long as he can stay alive in there. He's got to be careful, though. He might have got clipped from that inside. Well, it looks like he's clean.
Yeah, the key part for him is to stay alive, because right now he has 2 guns of the 3 players alive still on.
But look at this, moves being made. Now is Tennessee starting to die out of their bunkers, and moves are made up the center for Temple. And Temple now 2 players in the 50-yard line structure here in the snake. You can see them there both on the right-hand portion of your screen. They also have that player in the center now wrapping around. And then here goes Iskro, big move all the way down the sideline. That's going to make the gun for Tennessee and Dorito 1 switch over. Walker's trying to get a shot on him.
Looks like sliding out of bounds here, so getting pulled for that.
Yeah, mental mistake there, but he still has Walker right behind him. So good job by Walker. Very close to his front player and able to take his position once Iskro launched. So still really good field position right here.
Is this a 2-on-2 now, Matt?
Yeah, it looks like it might be a 2-on-2. I think Temple, not only did they lose Iskro, but it looks like they got chopped up trying to push up the field, pushing into Tennessee's line. So Tennessee 2 bodies left alive, as well as Temple. Temple has 2 bodies left alive as well, but Temple much better field position.
Sharp shooters there that they are, sharp shooters.
Yeah, well, Tennessee's going to have to do some sharp shooting. They're stuck in those back bunkers and just playing those bunkers as tight as possible. You're looking at Temple on your screen right now. They have the field position, and look at, you can barely see the edge of them in the blue bunker right there. In the right-hand portion of your screen, there's a better shot of them, and they are just zoned up. They're trying to get a quick kill.
Oh, looks like the Dorito player is coming off. Looks like it's a 2-on-1 now.
Oh, now it's a 1-on-1.
I love these, 1-on-1.
So Walker.
I must challenge you. Is he out of bounds? No.
Oh, he almost walked out. No, he did walk out of bounds.
He did go out of bounds.
Walker walks out of bounds and is just going to give a giant gift to Tennessee.
Wrapped. with a bow on it.
Wow, so Jackson Rudy, last player left alive for the University of Tennessee Volunteers, and they are going to go up the first point. That was a 3-minute and 30-second point right there.
Walker not knowing where his boundaries are at. He, trying to get that shot, trying to, make some moves and having to step out of bounds.
Well, look at this on the replay here, Kat. I mean, he's doing a good job there. Just no awareness of where that sideline is, and then just steps right over it, and the referee correctly calls him out. And yeah, unfortunate. So, that's an unfortunate turn of events for Temple, though. They look pretty good. So, when you have something unfortunate happen to you like that, slide out of bounds, or your own player shoots you, or something ridiculous that doesn't normally happen, you just got to stay focused at that point. Temple needs to get back in there and say, look, we had that point. Things were looking good. I know we went, let's get a better look at this right here, our sideline cam on the Snake side, and Walker is trying to get an angle.
He's scooted back in. Did you see that? He kind of looked over.
He kind of knew. You could tell. He's like, oh, wait, did anybody see that? Oh, wait, they saw it. Oh,
and
that sucks.
The bad part about it is the Snake player before him slid out of bounds. So the Temple players are having trouble finding their boundaries here.
Yeah, again, first point jitters, no big deal. Just shake it off. You're only down one. Look good. They were playing aggressive. I felt that they had, they had control mostly in that point, and that's the big thing. You're out there exerting your will on the other team, and when you're looking at Tennessee, dug into their back bunkers, barely fighting for their lives, and with Temple dominant field position, and the problem is they lost a couple bodies pretty stupid, dying out of their bunkers, so then you need to tighten that up a little bit. But the good news for them is that they seem to have walked this field enough and watched these first games and really scattered it out, and they know that Snake is very playable. You can do a lot over here, and they were able to get 2 bodies in that 50-yard line, so they just need to keep up that tempo.
And stay in bounds.
And stay in bounds. Yeah, kind of got to stay in the playing area if you want to win points. It's kind of important. So with 6 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock, score 1-2-0 here, and Tennessee getting that gift. All right,
wrapped with a bow.
A couple seconds here, 5 seconds before we go. Start of this next point. Temple on the left-hand side. You're looking at them on your screen, and on the top, on the bottom, Tennessee on the top portion of your screen, and
Temple into the Snake first, making his way up. It looks like Tennessee players coming off.
Yeah, Tennessee catches one, so they're going to be coming off, or have a body come off early. 4 bodies left alive for Tennessee, and it looks like 5 bodies left alive. You're looking at Tennessee on your screen right now. You can count them off. They have 2 in the center, and then 2 more from the back center over to the back bunker on the Dorito side of the field. Now we flip it to the opposite side. You're looking at Temple. Look at this. They're already into Snake 2, and they dropped a shot in on another Tennessee player. So just 3 bodies left alive for Tennessee. Temple trying to get back on the board.
Look for this Temple Snake player to make his move here pretty soon. You can tell by the body language that he wants to go.
Oh, it's Jackson Rudy and... No, that's Iskro. Sorry, Iskro for Temple.
Yeah, he definitely wants to go. Oh, he shoots out the center stand-up, and he goes.
Iskro looks pretty good, man. He's playing pretty confident.
Oh, and he eliminates, looks like he eliminates a little. Nope, still alive. Looks still there.
He missed his shot, though. That's the thing. That he did look confident when he got in there, but you got to pace yourself a little bit. You get in there and you get a good shot on somebody, just aim and put a stream at him. No need to freak out. Now, there he goes. Now Iskro's starting to feast on Tennessee, so Tennessee going to get polished off, and here comes Temple going to get on that board. Score going to be 1-1, as we've already eaten up just about 5 minutes on the clock.
It looks like we had Eric Hawkins there that got cross shot from the Dorito for the last elimination there for the Volunteers. Getting Iskro in there was key, but as well, they mirrored that with getting one of the Temple players to the center, Dorito, as well, which helped, take up all the real estate and keep the Volunteer players on their heels.
And these teams really haven't been focusing on attacking on that Dorito side very much. A lot of the action we've seen up the center and down the Snake side, and rightfully so. Dominant Snake on this particular field. Let's check out this replay here. And you're looking at this Tennessee, and then look at and Tennessee just catching one. Nothing he could do in that bunker. That's what happens. I mean, if you're one of the last players left alive, it's going to hurt. It is. It's just that's part of the game.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they're just Temple's looking pretty good right now.
At that point, if I'm the last player, it's like I'm going to make someone pay too.
Yeah, exactly. You got to make them pay. So it's all tied up at 1 apiece. And we have our sideline reporter, Kristen Kelly. Kristen, what's going on down there?
All right, you guys were talking about Iskro earlier. He is actually the most aggressive player on Temple. They're really going to be relying on him in the Snake. But hey, Tennessee knows that, so he has a target on his back this entire game, guys.
That's no joke, though. When you were looking at a team and you played a couple points against them, you're like, okay, my God, this Iskro kid is getting in here.
He has to go.
He's got to go. You got to put more guns that way. Now, what that's going to do, it's a big asset to have a dynamic player like that on your squad, because once the other team really starts to isolate, it's like basketball or any other sport. You start to double team that guy, put more than one gun on him. Well, what does that do? That takes guns off the other players. Now, can they capitalize on that and start and take this lead? That remains to be seen. But yeah, Iskro's handling business over here on the Snake side of the field.
Definitely handling a lot of business, you know, eliminating players, making the key moves into the Snake. And his timing is real, I mean, perfect at the moment right now.
Yeah, looking really good. Now, what are you going to do, though? You got to fight fire with fire. This Snake side, it's very playable. There's no reason why both teams shouldn't have somebody, at least in the orange section of that Snake, and that Snake 1 or Snake 2, if not off the break, then very soon after it, because we've watched teams just walk in there pretty much all morning long. And there's no reason why we probably won't continue to see that.
Definitely. At least put a player in the back blue tombstone to keep the Snake player honest, you know. Do something to kind of eliminate that. Looks like we have a volunteer player trying to make it to the station before the horn.
And he's just able to get in there, and they get a terrible start.
Yeah.
So,
and they pull him after he didn't make it.
Oh, that's the second time we've seen that so far in this tournament. And
wow,
there's just
that's
no
a 1 on 4 now.
No, I was going to say they all got pretty much tore up.
Yeah.
And when you look, if you're a Tennessee fan and you see 4 bodies walking up off the break and a bad start like that as Iskro is going to run and grab that flag, you're pretty much just giving Temple the lead here.
Yeah.
And there's no excuse for that. You have 2 minutes to get it together. It's not like they're only running 5 guys, like Texas A&M this morning was. Yeah. But
throw another guy out there, you know.
Yeah, let's check out. Let's see if we can see this on the replay. Okay, there's Temple. All right, here we go. There's Tennessee. 4 guys ready to go. There's no excuse for them not to be. Okay, 1 player's coming in late. He tags up. They're still there before the horn.
Yeah.
So, and the referee in there.
Everyone else gets blown away.
Yeah, unfortunate, man. Unfortunate turn of events if you're a Tennessee fan. But, well, what are you going to do? Come back hard the next point.
Definitely come back hard the next point. You see some of the Tennessee players here coming on are actually everyone's in the pits right now, you know, trying to figure out what they need to do to get at the station quicker and just, you know, get more composed. Because there's no way, I mean, they definitely shouldn't have lost that point, you know, or at least got all their guys there.
Yeah, so I like what I'm seeing so far, though, and we're going to see some more paintball action coming at you. NCPA Championships. We'll be right back. And we are back here, NCPA Championships. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Catfish Arcilla, and we're watching Temple take on Tennessee right now. Catfish, who's impressed you the most so far out of all the games we watched this morning?
I would have to say the Eagles. I mean, Florida Eagles. They came in strong. I mean, they took on a Liberty team that's not as strong as they were last year, but to dominate the way they did, a 15-1, that was very impressive. And then, I mean, to watch the Gypsy Assassin run around like a maniac, just eliminating players at will. I mean, he was just looking at them and like, you're
they just
done.
walk off dead.
You're done. You're done.
Yeah, so they're looking like they could contend against Cal State University Long Beach 49ers. That game that they're playing against Kennesaw State's coming up this afternoon. But let's see who's going to win this matchup. So here we go on the breakout. You're looking at Tennessee, and they are just having a hard time staying alive off the break, Catfish.
They definitely are. They lost their back center back center stand-up, both the players out of there. So, I mean, they, you know, like you said, they're having a hard time. It looks like the Temple player in the Snake, it's Iskro, is looking for the crossfield shot, eliminating the Dorito.
Yeah, they have to contain Iskro over here, and they need to get another player. Tennessee's got to get players up the Snake side of the field. As aggressive as this side of the field plays, there's no excuse for them not to push up in here. But like Kristen was saying, when she talked to them about their game plan, they had said their biggest thing what they wanted to do is shoot guys off the break. That's great and everything, but they're not doing that very effectively, and they are not playing aggressive paintball. And you know, you really can't win too many games by playing on your heels.
Yeah, definitely. And for them to concede the Snake just like they're doing every single time, I mean, what are they thinking? You know, you got to get in there. You got to at least make the Snake honest. You know.
Yeah, and Iskro continuing to dominate over here.
Feasting.
Yeah, you've got to contain this kid, man. They've got to put 2 guns over here on him. He's been getting in here every single point and going to town, and the rest of Temple's playing great behind him as well. So, you know, the only mistake that really Temple has made so far in this matchup is with Walker walking out of bounds. That's it. That's the only thing they've done wrong pretty much the entire game so far.
Definitely, they both, him and Iskro slid out of bounds at 1, and that's the only point that they've gotten so far.
Yeah, so they're starting to turn it up here. 2 minutes and 38 seconds remain in this match. And yeah, like you were saying, man, the Florida Gulf Coast University Eagles, I watched that game. You were calling it with Todd, but man, I can't wait to see, you know, like we talked about, that's the cool thing about coming out and seeing these college teams is that every year there's a new powerhouse team. You know, UConn's been good over the years. Tennessee has always really been good. Liberty started to build their program up, and to see them take that beating that they took, it's got to be really frustrating them. They got a lot more games. They're going to have to pick it up.
Definitely, definitely. And the Eagles came out from the AA division from last year.
Exactly.
Champs.
Yeah, they did. So, and we're going to be right back after this score, 3-1 in favor of Temple.
50 seconds.
And we are back here, Temple University dominating the Volunteers. Kristen, our sideline reporter, Kristen Kelly, what's up down there?
I spoke to Jackson Rudy, and he said the first point really took the wind out of them, but they're coming back. Their main focus is shooting the guys inside versus outside, guys.
Well, off the break, you got to pick, though. You know, I mean, you got to. Am I going to shoot up the center and try to shoot the shooters? Though we haven't really seen as much aggression up the center from Temple. Yeah. So, honestly, it's Iskro right now. Get that kid out of the snake, or put someone in front of him so he has somebody to contend with.
Yeah, keep him busy somehow.
So,
keep him,
exactly. So look at Temple right now. Let's see what they do. Oh, the player's going to go. I think that was Iskro. I don't know what he was doing over there.
He wanted to see what was going on, what they were doing on his side.
You know, look, he was like, this is too easy right now. I'm going to try to make it a little more hard on myself.
Hey, let me help you guys out. I'm not going to go.
He's still alive,
back.
though.
I'm going to run back to the start and run again.
Yeah, so Tennessee losing another player off the break. 4 bodies left alive for them. They do have a player, though, right behind the snake. It's Eric Hawkins. Yeah. So you see Eric Hawkins dead center of your screen in the orange section of the field. But look at his body language. It doesn't look like he wants to move.
He's content there.
Now, there he goes. There he goes, making his move. His coach told him, he's like, hey, you need to get in the snake.
Get going. Giddy up. Let's go. Get on that horse. Iskro being eliminated. This could free up the snake for the Volunteers here.
That is what Tennessee needed. They needed to get a player in the snake, and they needed to contain Iskro. And he was able to get a shot on him. He got a little greedy on that gunfight. He gets shot out. So now the Volunteers looking pretty good. Eric Hawkins, number 20.
See if they capitalize on this here. It looks like a Temple player trying to get into the snake here.
Yeah, it's Tim Walker, number 35. You know, so Walker with that mental air to start the game out and give Tennessee the only point that they have now, one-on-one situation that they were in. Now he's the lone player on the snake side. Oh, and he gets blown apart. So that is not going to do it.
Hawkins looking for the crossfield shot at the orange Dorito there.
So, Catfish, very, very important situation for Tennessee right now. They need to score this point and pull up within 1. They only have 1 minute and 8 seconds left to do it. You can see they're starting to feel the immediacy of this first half ending. They know they need to get on the point on the board here.
Volunteer.
Oh, but number 16, Jackson Rudy catches one trying to get aggressive up that center. He gets taken out, though, because really good field position for Temple over there on that Dorito side. They're already in the red zone over there.
Yeah, the red zone's where you want to be. That's, you know, you're all up in their face, and that's what you need to be.
And
Looks like a Volunteer player, Tyler Cook, getting sloppy, backing off the bunker, not knowing where the other players are, and getting cross shot from the Dorito.
You know, and it's not like, I wouldn't say that Temple's dominating Tennessee. Tennessee is just making too many little mistakes.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
They're dying off the break. They're not changing it up enough. They're not winning the snake battle, though they do have good field position in the snake right now, but with only 20 seconds left, Eric Hawkins has got to get something going down here.
Looks like they eliminate the player on the Dorito side, so it turns into a 2-on-2 here. Looking, it's Hawkins left. He's the only Volunteer left on the field. Turns into a 2-on-1.
Yeah, this first half is going to end. The score is going to be 3-1 here. There's just not enough time for Hawkins to get anything going.
No.
And there it is. That is going to end the first half. So your score at the end of one is Temple 3, Tennessee 1. And like we were just talking about, though, Kat, Temple's not really dominating Tennessee. They're doing the little things right.
They're more fundamentally sound.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. They understand that this particular field layout necessitates having aggression on the snake side of the field, and they are displaying that with Iskra over here. No, he dropped the ball this last point, but regardless, the rest of his team stepped up, and they were able to make moves. They were able to make moves over there on that Dorito side. So we're looking at, there's Temple coming off. And let's check out, there's Iskra. Look at this. I don't know what he was doing right here. He started, looked like he started clean and then went and tagged back up. Maybe he thought he left early, but he's still alive. So everything's okay. Then he's like, okay, I need to get back to my bunker and I'm good. But he made it in there fine.
Mulligan.
Yeah, hey, got a mulligan. Hey, Tennessee spotted him one.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what? Bad start, bro. It's okay. Get back, tag up. We'll let you get to your bunker. So he made it out alive, but then he caught one from that spot. So, you know, Temple is looking really good right now. Tennessee, though, they've got to turn it up.
They definitely got to turn it up. And them conceding that snake is, I mean, if that's the game plan for the rest of the game, it's going to be a long game.
Yeah, it's going to be a really long game for them. They cannot concede the snake side at all. They need to get that aggression going over here. And we're going to be right back with the second half, seeing in just a few.
Hey student athletes, welcome to the FCR section of RazaLife.com. The FCR is the premier competition paintball jersey of the National Collegiate Paintball Association. The FCR is the only jersey designed specifically to meet the stipulations of the NCPA. Features of the FCR include newly designed full-length venting panels to help cool your body faster and wick away moisture. The upper arm and shoulder panels properly display jersey numbers and the required NCPA logo. The front, back, hip, and chest panels offer a nice canvas to display and represent your school insignia. Like all Raza brand jerseys, the FCR is made in the USA of 100% moisture-wicking antimicrobial lightweight polyester. Are you looking for a simple order process and fast turnaround time? The FCR also has its own semi-custom option. Begin with our Raza University of Get Some jersey. The basic design of the jersey will remain the same, but the semi-custom option allows you to change the colors and add your official school logos on the front and side panels. You can also add sponsor logos to the front and chest panels. Here's an example of a semi-custom FCR. Golden State University has applied its school colors of black and yellow with gray accents and piping. Also, the Golden State University logo has been placed on the front and side panels. For teams that desire their own 100% unique jersey, Raza also offers a fully custom designed FCR. Download our templates and design your own, or work directly with our designers to create the perfect jersey to represent your school in NCPA competition. Be sure to check out all of our full galleries of semi-custom and fully custom paintball jerseys. Thank you for visiting RazaLife.com.
Welcome back to the 2013 National Collegiate Paintball Championships. I'm here with Frank Iskra, who's just dominating the snake out there for Temple. You got a 2-point spread here heading into the second half. What are you guys focused on?
Going up more. Going up a lot more.
Okay, so what is that going to take from you?
It's going to take a lot more snake pressure. I'm going to be chilling on the box, not jumping the gun anymore. I feel like these last 2 points kind of got away from us because we jumped the gun. But we're playing good. We're even if I come over and I'm laid off the box, everyone's doing their job, holding the lane so no one can shoot me. It's the greatest thing. You know, we're going as a team, and that's the goal thing. Communication's on point. Temple Owls, the Broadsheet Bullies are here to stay.
All right, best of luck to you in the second half. Guys.
Well, Iskra is dominating over there.
Definitely
and it's good to hear him say exactly what he said, because that's what they need to do. They need to focus a little bit more, not jump the gun, have that composure they're going to need if they want to win this tournament. And then, man, if something's working, just roll with it. If you got Iskra getting in the snake and dominating, and I'm the coach, I'm going to be like, kid, I'm going to run you till you puke in your mask and you can't run anymore. You know, I mean, they just got to keep running that kid because he's getting it done out here. And then I also say to the rest of the guys, be like, hey, when those guns shift to Iskro because they know he's coming down the side and they got to try to stop him, those guns are going to shift and fly down that Dorito side or fly up the center. Use what they give you. If they're going to give you that, then you got to make that move. So let's see if Tennessee can get it going here. Literally, the only point that they've scored is because Walker walked out of bounds. So Tennessee's going to have to dig deep here.
You're right, man. And a star player is only as good as a supporting cast. And, you know, Iskro got a great supporting cast behind him because, like you said, as soon as the guns turn on him, everyone else is taking up real
Yeah, you're right, Kat. The whole team's playing real strong right now, obviously. But it is Iskro just getting in here, man.
He's tricksy. He said he was going to chill. He lied to us. Liar.
So now he's in Snake 1, bottom left-hand portion of the screen in that orange section of the Snake in Snake 2. And there's who he's shooting at cross field. Look at that, though. No penetration on the Dorito side for Tennessee. Tennessee does have a player in the Snake, and that's what we talked about that they needed to do.
Yeah. Now that kind of keeps Iskro at bay. Now he has to play around there before he can make any kind of solid move up the middle because now he knows there's a Snake presence there.
He almost tore the head off the Tennessee Snake player.
Haircuts are free.
Yeah, almost dipped one in on him, put a stream on him, but just narrowly missed him. So now he's shooting across field again. Really rolling his guns, carrying a lot of paint in there. That's real smart. Got to be careful, though. He might have just caught one.
Nope. Oh, that one. Nope.
You got to be careful, though, man. If you're checking yourself, take cover.
Yeah.
You know, don't stay in the same lane you just got bounced and then start checking yourself or you're going to get shot. Oh, Tennessee losing a body. Tennessee losing, I think that was Jackson Rudy. Yeah, Jackson Rudy walking off early for Tennessee. So 4 bodies left alive for Tennessee. They do have good field position over here on the Dorito side.
I like that Tennessee's putting a little bit more emphasis on the Snake side. They got 3 guys looking down, you know, Snake side. They got 1 guy in the Snake, 1 in the temple behind the Snake, and in the center, stand-up orange is definitely swiveling back and forth between the Dorito and the Snake.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do. But I really like this chess match that's about to go down over here on the Snake side of the field. They're really good field position for Tennessee. They have the stand-up temple in the center right there on your screen. Look at this out. Right there, stand-up temple in the left-hand portion. They get the insert bunker on the Snake side. He's gunned up towards Iskro on the Snake. So they're doing real good, but they're isolating Iskro so much, and this is what we're talking about, Kat. And then here comes Temple down the Dorito side into the red line.
And the Snake player getting shot in his loader.
Oh, he's about to get a penalty.
No.
Ooh, he's lucky he didn't fire that gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a real lucky. That was a Tyler Cook for Tennessee.
Iskro getting eliminated on the same move there.
Yeah, so the Snake is open right now, and then here comes Tennessee getting into Snake 2, so they got good field position. Temple still has a body over here on this Snake side of the field. It's Sean Casey in the back corner bunker, but with the lead that they have, it's not a big lead, so this is not the time necessarily to just cross it up and really try to let the time tick off.
It's not a comfortable cushion to sit on.
It's not a comfortable cushion, though. But what I'm saying is that Temple still has an attacker in the red zone on the Dorito side, and he should be able to at least slow down the push coming down the Snake side for Tennessee.
Keep him honest at least, you know, keep him at bay.
Yeah, now he makes a move to the 50 Dorito on the top of the left-hand.
Looks like he might be up, coming off.
So you can see the dejected walk off for Temple. So now Tennessee, they need to win this point. There's only 2 players they're looking at.
3-on-2 in favor of Tennessee here.
But can they make something happen, Kat? That's the thing. I mean, they've been stuck in these same spots for a little while now.
Yeah, but you know what? The Volunteers are upped and they're not taking any ground right now, which kind of leads me to think that, I mean, the coaches isn't seeing anything, and the coach is not letting the Snake
Okay,
know.
but Kat, who's got the ball? Guy's got the ball. I was going to say either the center or the Dorito side. It's not the Snake player, because right now, in the Snake right for Tennessee is number 28, Andrew Cook. Now, Andrew Cook, now he could potentially move up. It's all where the gun shift. You really have to feel that pressure and then make the moves dictated on who is or not getting shot at. Yeah, so...
Oh, the center Temple player being eliminated. Now it's a 3-on-1.
And this is what Tennessee needs. Tennessee needs to win this point, get within 1. Still tons of time left. Oh, God, they're getting chopped up, though. But
where did he get? That could have been off the ground.
Yeah, but it's all right because they still have 2 players left alive to hang that flag.
No penalties.
So, yeah, nice job, number 22, Ethan Vines. So Vines able to stay alive and get that and get this point win right here for them to take it within 1. So, you know, Temple looking much better than Tennessee over the stretch of this game so far, but Tennessee able to keep it close.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, man, if you're Walker, think about if Tennessee ties this up and goes on to win this game. If I were Walker, I'd be so frustrated because he's the one that gave Tennessee that point. So let's check out this replay here. You're looking at the back line from Tennessee there. He took that one from the Snake, who's in the top left-hand portion of your screen.
Yeah.
And they didn't have enough bodies. Just did not have enough bodies left alive. So Temple is Gonna have to try to reset here. They still are up by 1 point, though. 5 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock. So, Kat, if you're in Tennessee's pit, what are you telling them right now?
Right now, it's a game. A point's nothing, man. A point can be done in 20 seconds.
Yep.
You've seen it already today in the tournament.
Yep.
I mean, point is nothing. We can do that. And it's the first half.
Second half.
Oh, second half. Sorry.
Well, that's what I would say, though. I would say it's second half. So, look, then, we got to come out here. Tennessee hasn't won a game all year. So, and that's rare for this team. I mean, Tennessee is one of those teams that every time we start talking about who could potentially win the tournament, Tennessee is definitely always in the mix.
Oh, yeah, their hat's definitely tossed into the ring.
Let's check out this replay here. Iskro, we got our cameraman getting the shot right over the top. Hey, that's what it looks like when you're in the bunker and you don't flinch in time.
If you're wearing goggles and you're playing paintball, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, when you get shot. So if you're just tuning in and watching paintball for the first time, it's a fun sport. Get out there to your local field. Also, we got a webcast for the PSB coming at you, Paintball Access webcast, and that's going down Cinco de Mayo weekend, May 3rd through the 5th. And it's going to be a crazy one. It's the introduction to the Champions and Challengers League. So go to paintballaccess.com for more information and read up on all the teams and all the players. It's going to be a bloodbath. Can't wait for that. So a couple weeks away. And speaking of bloodbaths, man, we should definitely see a lot more aggression. I'm really liking how this snake plays. I'm glad that this particular field layout has an aggressive snake because that's going to let guys like Iskro do their thing. Guys like the Gypsy Assassin.
Gypsy Assassin.
Yeah, and that team's coming up next, actually, is West Point Black Knights going to be taking on the Florida Gulf Coast University Eagles. And I think he's one of the standouts of the tournament so far is Luis Niños, right?
Yeah, definitely. I went over to him and I go, you know what? Nicknames are earned, and we're nicknaming you the Gypsy Assassin.
He must have been stoked on that.
Yeah, he was so stoked on that.
If you're playing paintball and somehow you get gifted the nickname and it has assassin in there in any way, shape, or form, that's pretty solid. But he earned it, you know?
Yeah, he definitely earned it. I mean, he was all over the field and just walking around at will, you know? So I'm excited to see. And I talked to the rest of the team, and they want Long Beach.
Yeah, for sure. Well, looks like we have Kristen down with some information about Tennessee. So let's, Kristen, what do you got for us?
All right, guys. Tennessee has an 8-man roster, so they're definitely feeling a little bit exhausted here. But hey, the main focus is still on shutting down Iskro. Easier said than done. How are they going to do it? Put 2 guns on him. All right, guys.
Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, we've been talking about that all game long. If I see somebody, if we start a game and I'm coaching or I'm playing, it doesn't matter, and you see one guy looking good, he's playing aggressive, he's getting in spots, he's starting to chop you guys up, you got it. You have 2 choices. You put more guns on him off the break and then keep those guns on him to contain him. You know, that's when your back guy, it's like, look, I'm going to carry 12 pods out and I'm not going to let this guy play paintball. Or you put someone in the snake and fight fire with fire. We saw Tennessee finally getting some aggression over here on the snake side of the field that last point. Yeah, we're just getting timeout from Tennessee.
They're just trying to ice each other down here.
Trying to slow momentum left and right.
Ice the kicker. Ice the kicker.
Yeah, so, and that's the thing, though, is that, and another thing that I'm liking a little bit, finally, is that when this aggression starts going down on the snake side, for God's sake, get somebody going down the Dorito side.
Oh, yeah.
When the guns shift, if you're in a bunker and you're not feeling pressure, if your bunker's not being lit up, if you don't hear it actively being shot, then get a good head check going on. And if you're not getting shot at, then start making moves up the field. All right, here we go. Start this next point.
Looks like we have 10 Temple players coming out pretty strong again. Not going straight into the snake like they usually are, but it looks like the volunteer players going into the snake.
Now Tennessee starting to get some aggression of their own going.
Let's get it going. Looks like we got Tyler Cook in the snake here, trying to make some moves, trying to make something happen for his team, trying to get that point.
And look at this, though. He knows the lane. He immediately came around and gunned up, hits himself
smoked him out. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and so he finally got that shot in on the 2 over here. I think that was actually Iskro getting taken out. So that's what Tennessee needed. But Tennessee losing bodies out of their bunkers for no reason.
Now it looks like we got Walker into the snake for Temple, mirroring Cook here.
Let's see if Walker can redeem him. He's been playing pretty good this game. So let's see if he can redeem himself. Because one of those points of the 2 that Tennessee has is because Walker walked out of bounds just slightly, like in that one-on-one situation earlier. So now with less than 5 minutes to play here. Oh, and now
got some 2-on-2 now. Well, no, 3-on-2.
And some aggression though on the Dorito side. That's where the kills are starting to come for Temple.
And Cooks takes it in the grill here, leaving the snake wide open for Walker.
Yeah, so Walker is trying to get some communication from his coach and figure out where the last bodies are left alive. And moves are being made on the Dorito side now past the 50-yard line for Temple. And Temple takes out the last Tennessee player. So Temple is going to go up another one here to make it a 2-point game.
There we go. Adding to that cushion that has slightly disappeared.
Yeah, they're just a little bit better than Tennessee right now.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, it has to do with the supporting cast. I mean, not to say Tennessee isn't playing well, but I mean, they need to play well as a unit. You know what I mean?
Well, the little bit better teamwork going on right now from Temple. You can see it. You can see it in the way they're walking off the field, walking on the field. Their body language, they're looking really tight right now. They look like they want to win this game. Tennessee saw some fire out of them that point, but just not enough. Score 4-2, and we'll be right back. So here we go. I don't think this is going to be the last point because with 5 minutes left alive. Now, it could be, though. We have seen some long points. Longest point I think we've seen so far in this particular match at about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So probably get a good two more points in before the conclusion of this game. But Tennessee, just because you're making the moves doesn't mean you're going to win the point. You got to get in there and contribute. The issue with them, and as we've seen all tournament long so far today, is survivability. A lot of teams having a really hard time keeping 5 bodies alive. Anytime that's going down, you want to get inside that pit, in between points, and look at your guys, get a little quick meeting, be like, look, everyone get to your spots, just give me, I want you to stay alive for 45 seconds.
45 seconds.
Before you even really do anything. Shoot your lanes and get, you can gunfight, but be very careful. If you're having a hard time, you got to play tight. Make your initial moves and then stay alive 45 seconds. If you feel it, go. But the problem is if you're losing those gunfights, you got to kind of hit the reset button a little bit. So, in every single point, we've seen Tennessee lose bodies for no reason. So let's see what they do here. Now on the break, able to get 5 bodies alive. Let's see if they can keep 5 bodies alive. You're looking at Tennessee. Now you're looking at Temple. And they are up in the center pretty solid. Oh, they lose a player trying to get out on the Dorito side, though.
Definitely losing that player. That's, a lot of people have been using the Dorito side, but not as much as the Snake. I mean, the Dorito side is definitely strong, but the Snake is where you're going to get most eliminations, most of the cross shots.
Well, it's Robbie Moore getting shot trying to get over there, and now that spot is trying to be filled, and he does. So you can see their top right-hand portion of your screen in that Dorito one, the orange cone-shaped bunker in the top portion of your screen.
Definitely. It looked like we got a volunteer making his way to the Xbox, and a takedown coming down.
Oh, and he made it all the way clean. And then he finally get his back blown apart, but wow, he
took a two-piece.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Who was it? It was Iskro.
Surprise.
Yeah, right now that kid is really stepping up and looking like he's the best player on Temple, and really getting it done out there. He's only died dumb one time.
Yeah, he slid out of bounds when Walker stepped out, and I mean that's
Yeah. And then.
Oh, making a move and getting eliminated there.
But then Temple, a really big move comes through. Iskro makes a dominant move, gets himself a 2-piece, 2 kills come off, and then starting to throw bodies away, though. They really got to be careful with that. Time's starting to tick off the clock here. 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. Got ourselves a 2-point game there.
And then a 3-on-2 in favor of the Volunteers, it looks like here. Volunteers making their move up the Dorito side, taking that red Dorito on the right.
Well, Walker is in a good spot to slow the roll here of Tennessee. Tennessee, much better field position as they have a player in the red zone on the Dorito side of the field, in 40-yard line Dorito. And you can see that top portion of your screen right there, and then now moves being made into the Snake. So mirroring up, Temple, Walker, and the Snake.
It says we got Rudy here in the Snake trying to go heads up against Walker here.
Yeah, so Walker looks like he almost got a cross-field shot. And some kind of craziness on Tennessee's side. You see that retreat back there?
Definitely saw that retreat. Walker picked up the Dorito guy making a move. Look for Rudy to make a strut down the Snake here for a possible takedown, with Walker being occupied with the Dorito. Well, getting a little bit closer.
Oh, look at this.
Oh.
As Temple giddies up, man, down that. I think that was Jeff Albertini.
So Rudy, Walker waiting for it.
Under 2 minutes to play.
Yeah, and the Dorito side is just running
Wide
down.
open.
Walker picking him up.
Let's see if Walker can get a quick one in on him and take this into one-on-one. He's
Oh, is
Yeah.
he eliminated?
Rudy
I
took him
believe
out.
So. Ooh, extra.
Is Walker hurt? No, he's
No,
okay.
he's okay.
He's just angry at himself. Well, probably angry at his team. He did fine.
Yeah.
He's like, look, guys, I'm in the snake. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Can we stop dying out of our bunkers?
I'm not stepping out of bounds anymore. Come on, help me out.
Well, things are getting interesting now because now the score is going to be 3-4 in favor of Temple still. But with 1 minute and 32 seconds to go,
That was a long
Tennessee is
point.
still in this match.
Definitely a long point on that one, Matt.
Yeah. So let's check out this replay here, Catfish. And this is Iskro. Look at that big move by Iskro.
Wear it.
Runs down one. He shoots another one, trying to make a move into the snake. And he's
And-
still alive, and he finally gets picked up. And he did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
Well,
I
this has been the story of all day. And then let's check out, this is Walker, last player left alive, trying to tie up this particular on the body count, and bumps and slip slides over to the other side and gets blown to pieces.
And then just
And
wah,
then-
wah, wah.
Yeah, for sure. That's when you're like, well, I didn't really think that was going to work, and it definitely didn't.
Well, if this works, then I'm going to look like a hero. And
Yeah.
if it doesn't, I'm just going to look foolish.
Yeah. Well,
Foolish it is.
yeah, so Walker having a real good game so far, except for that first point, and then he's the last player left alive. Not much he could do. But Temple needs to tighten it up here a little bit as the score 4-3.
Close
And
one.
let's check in with the third member of our broadcast team, Kristen Kenny.
Yeah,
Kristen,
I was speaking with Temple, and it definitely is a little close, too close for comfort. Earlier, right before this game, they lost to FAU, and I spoke to their coach, and he was pleased with the quick turnaround in this game. Even though they're just up 1 point, he says they need to stay calm, play methodical, and aggressive.
well, that is stock and trade good paintball right there. Methodical and aggressive. You play methodical and aggressive, you're going to win more games than you lose. The issue with Temple right here is they're starting to make little mistakes that could bite them if they're not careful. And Tennessee's keeping it close, and they're keeping it close enough. And it looks like Temple's calling a timeout.
Icing the kicker.
So I don't know, if you're Tennessee, what would you do? I got an idea of what I would do. What would you do?
I would run a guy into the snake
Yep.
off the break, and run a guy at the Doritos off the break as well. One of them's going to get in there.
Yeah, and you don't have anything to lose because
Yeah.
you're losing this match. And the issue is that quick points come from either two things. They either come from you killing a lot of guys off the break, or you getting into really good field positions
And killing a lot of
yeah, and kill them. Regardless, the kills have to come quick for a quick point to happen. And we're going to be right back with potentially the conclusion of this match. See you in a second. So here we go. Minute and 32 seconds remain. Tennessee taking on Temple and losing. A score 4-3. And my MVP of this game so far is definitely Iskro from Temple at Kick and Place Paintball.
Yeah, definitely can play some paintball. I mean, no matter where you put him, beginning of the game, he was coming down the snake, eliminating players, and now you see him in the middle of the field just running down players at will.
Yeah, Joe Iskro, man, getting it done. But it's not done yet. That's the problem, is that Tennessee has done whatever they could just to stay in this match, which they still are, as they're only down one. So I know it's all going to come down to the break. Can Tennessee shoot a couple Temple players quickly and then try to tie it up, take it to sudden death? Or is Temple going to cement this win by, hopefully, I'm thinking they're probably going to try to play aggressive over here on the snake side, or at least get him to the insert bunker on the snake side.
I predict a snake dive in here.
So Temple on the top portion, Tennessee on the bottom on the split screen breakout.
Oh,
And it looks like
volunteers into the snake.
4 players alive for Temple as they lose their back player trying to streak out to the corner on the Dorito side. And looks like Tennessee able to get Andrew Cook into Snake 2.
He got off there after break.
Gonna have to do something from that though. And it looks like he takes out Iskro, so Iskro taking the walk early. Not looking good for Temple. They only have 3 bodies left alive. Need to roll those guns.
3 on 4. 2 people into the snake, 1 into the snake 3.
And here comes Tennessee now pushing past into the red zone and the 50-yard line, and then, getting chopped up, though.
Sloppy. That's Rudy.
Yeah, so...
Or Cook, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Tyler Cook getting shot quickly, trying to push forward, but Rudy chopping bodies up.
Yeah.
And there's only one left alive, and with 36 seconds left, man, I think they have time to score this point.
Was it a 2-on-1, Matt?
3-on-1.
Oh, and here comes the paint train.
Got to drop that hammer on the Dorito side over there.
Let him out. Let him out.
And they're going to let him. Yep, so he taps out. And
got to go. 20 seconds left on the clock here.
And here comes Tennessee, tying it up at 4.
Come the Volunteers.
And we got ourselves a game.
Is this a game?
Well, if I was Temple's coach, I'd be wanting to punch people right now. I'd be like, wow, like,
what are you
doing? This is exactly what at halftime we said don't let happen. You know, if you're looking at the pits right now, yeah, there's Temple.
Oh, man.
So frustrating if you're the coach for Temple right now, as these guys let him get back in here. So there's 44 for Tennessee, and he's going to try to get up. You can see body language. He wants to go. He's wrapping around. Tyler Cook.
Too much time in
and
the open.
Boom. Yeah, too much time in the open, man. If you got somebody that you're actively gunfighting with and you're trying to push forward and you don't have a lot of time to do it, you still got to go smart. Either you commit and go fast and be that hard to hit and fast-moving target, or you put the guy in, officially put him in, and then make your move. He just came out into that stream.
Or you
got
can just
roped.
stand there like he did.
Yeah, and got, dotted up. So, but Tennessee still got it done. So it's all tied up at 4 apiece here, and just about a minute to go before 19 seconds. I have a feeling we're going to overtime here.
Overtime. Definitely going to be a good 20 seconds here. Do you think they're going to run a train up the middle? I haven't seen one of those yet.
Well, any time that this situation presents itself, the question is, are you content to go to overtime, because that's a completely different breakout, or do you want to put that win on the board in 20 seconds? Now, it's kind of tough with 20 seconds, 19 seconds. That's a tall order. But if there was 30 seconds, I'd say, okay, it's probably a little bit easier to sway towards trying to play aggressive and win the game. And any coach out there that is in that aggressive mind state would probably be like, yeah, of course we try to win the game. But, the safe move here is just 5 guns up off the break, go to the easiest spot you possibly can, and try to, counter check them if they come aggressive. We'll see the chess match here about to play out.
Run the train.
Yeah, I'd love to see. That's way more exciting.
It definitely is.
And so not really an aggressive breakout from either team, though Temple does send Iskro all the way to Snake 2. But looks like Tennessee doubling up that back center, and they got 5 guns up, real safe spots for them. And they are definitely going to try to take this to overtime.
Walker coming up, Esco getting eliminated in no time.
Hey, Esco tried to go. He did get chopped up, but he tried to go. So, Tennessee with the conservative breakout, assuring that they get themselves here into overtime.
Overtime here. Let's. What do you think Temple's gonna talk about in their pits right here, going into overtime, Matt?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'd be like, here's the deal. What's been working for us is to get Iskro into the snake, get him working, okay? And then when the guns shift, get down that Dorito side. That's worked as well, too. And then maybe try to send somebody up to the center. But most importantly, get 5 bodies out alive. They have to get 5 bodies out alive and really dominate those gunfights, man. Dominate those gunfights. So we're going to see, though. We'll see. I don't know, man. It's been close. We're going to be right back after this with the conclusion of this match. And we are back here. Temple taking on Tennessee, and we got ourselves a tie game, 4-4. All right, Catfish, you're Tennessee. What breakout did you come out with?
I go up the middle. It's been working for them so far. I mean, you send a guy to the snake, turn those guns, go up the middle, a little diddle up the middle, see what you can find. Yeah,
we'll see, though. And then, like we talked about, Temple, I'd run with your starters, man. Obviously, put the guys out there that are getting the job done. Put Walker back out there, and definitely put Iskro back out there. And it looks like I think that's who they're going to go with. Anyway, so it's sudden death overtime, and it's all tied up. So next team to win a point will win the match.
Putting a guy in the middle for the Volunteers would definitely help them isolate Escrow and the snake, because if they get a guy in the X, he controls them, you know. He keeps them at bay, keeps them at the back of the snake, you know. He can't move up, you know. Just a guy right there dropping them in on him.
Yeah, well, they got the Rockstar lineup out there, and Tennessee is going to send out who they feel are their best 5 to try to take this victory here. And this would be the first win for Tennessee this year. Temple not having a great record either. They're 2-8. And here on the breakout, Iskro able to get in that insert bunker on the snake side of the field, and Cook for Tennessee. Oh, but Temple again, that guy, same guy, back corner bunker on the Dorito side. That's 2 deaths early, but Tennessee also losing a body off the break. So 4-4, but much more aggressive. Finally, is Tennessee getting in the snake, starting to chop up field, and it's Andrew Cook.
Definitely Cook is looking at crossfielder Doritos, trying to get that elimination, as well as Volunteers seem to have the Dorito in the orange side over there, making that crossfield, trying to keep Esco from getting in there.
And there he goes, Iskro able to get in there, and he immediately, nice job, slow, low crawl, and he's going to start shooting crossfield. I don't think anybody realizes he's in there, and he gets a crossfield kill. Nice job.
Dorito.
So now there's only 3 bodies left alive for Tennessee.
Oh man, if I was Tennessee, I would send their snake guy down. Well, I mean, it's going to be hard because you got Walker behind him, but I would try to get to Escrow as fast as I can.
Well, on your screen right now, Walker just got right behind Iskro. You're looking at Cook. See that pin though, that bunker right in front of Cook is intentionally, you know, that's there to block that shot out and make it easier for that guy, for Cook, to get into that 50-yard line snake. Now we're looking at Iskro from Temple on your screen.
He's looking for that crossfield shot on the Dorito that's, you know, keeping him at bay. He wants to go. He wants to get this point done.
Ooh, man, it's getting tense. Sudden death here.
Walker looking to make a move here. You can tell by, and he does, back of the snake.
And it's good. It's going to be tough, though, for Cook, because he's all by himself over here on Tennessee on the snake side of the field, whereas both Walker and Iskro are alive with guns up on the snake side. So Cook's looking at 2 bodies right now directly in front of him. But luckily for him, he does have a player crossfield in that stand-up Temple there towards the middle of the field. But he's looking Dorito's side. So the only gun,
there goes Escrow.
the only gun for Tennessee that's on the snake side is that back center.
Yeah. Escrow trying to make things happen over here, looking to his coach for some guidance. Coach calling out the codes here. If I was Walker, I would definitely talk to Escrow and try to make something happen. Try to send him down to take down Cook. Or
well, no one has a lead right now, so you want to play smart, but it's not like by letting the time run out, anything's going to happen. It's infinity time on the board right now. Oh,
Walker
wow. So
taking the walk.
Oh, God, that's an unfortunate death.
Oh, man, it's a 3-on-3. Not look for Escrow to make something happen here on the snake side.
So Tim Walker dives out of his bunker, leaving Iskro alive by himself over here with Cook, who's also by himself. So better field position for Tennessee right now, because they are in the red zone on the Dorito side of the field. They're at the 45-yard line Dorito. But he's locked up down the tape right now, and he doesn't look like he wants to go anywhere. Top portion of your screen there.
Definitely content staying there right now.
You know, this is who he's looking at. You see the back bunkers in the blue, and then there's Iskro for Temple, trying to talk it up. He's talking to his guys, listening to his coach. Tense moments here. 3-on-3.
Cook looking to make a move here.
It's really going to come down to who dies and who shoots who right now.
Yeah.
This is as close as it possibly could get. Again, better field position, though, for Tennessee because of their penetration on the Dorito side of the field. And on the flip side, for Temple, they're only at Dorito 1, very first bunker in the orange zone on that side of the field.
Well, look at Cook. He wants to make a move. You can tell by his body language.
Yeah, top portion of your screen there, it was Temple in the Temple. Temple in the Temple. I've been waiting all game to say that. and then Iskro. You know, Iskro's doing whatever he can here. You know, he's trying to drop a shot, and he doesn't really have a good angle on him, though. And he's still got a couple pods on his back. That's good. This is at the point in the game when, you know, how many paintballs you got left really starts to come into play. And I don't think Cook has any paint.
Cook.
Yeah, Cook doesn't have any paint, and he's going to run down Iskro, and they're going to trade out.
They're going to trade out.
Yeah, they're going to trade out. That's a legitimate trade.
Yes,
I was surprised that Temple let him get that far. So nice job by Cook to run down Iskro and clear completely out this snake side of the field. And here comes number 27 for Temple, Sean Casey, and he spreads the field. That's exactly what he needed to do.
Making the more aggressive move than Tennessee is. Tennessee not really looking to move. They're real happy where they're at right now, but I mean, you know, there's a big lull in the game right now, but, you know, Temple trying to make some moves, trying to make something happen here.
Well, it's tough because as far as field position is concerned, Temple is out wide. So they have a player on the snake side out much wider, well, at least one whole bunker set wider than Tennessee. But Tennessee has better field position on that Dorito side of the field. So it's still pretty even right now,
Yeah.
I'd say. It's about as even as it can get almost, unless they were exactly mirrored up. But really, it's just going to come down to who can win a gunfight. Win a gunfight right now. Anytime that when I was playing, I was ever in this situation, this was kind of my favorite spot to be in because you really, this is why you play paintball. You know, the game's on the line. You're at the biggest tournament of the year for you in your division, and you're the guy out there trying to make it happen for your team.
Yeah, definitely. We got the Tennessee guys making a couple bumps here. Trying to take some real estate, looking like, you know, get a little bit closer to those kills here.
Yeah, and these guys, you know, they're playing really conservative right now, and as they should be, because except for, and I can't see because he's hiding so well, in the 50-yard line Dorito for Tennessee. He's in great field position right now. He's very close and able to actively engage in gunfight in back corner bunker on the Dorito side, on Dorito 1 in that orange zone for Temple. And they are just, you know, it's almost so far that it's going to be really hard for Temple to get a crossfield shot should a move be made.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think this back corner can shoot the guy if he bumps up to the next Dorito, honestly. If he just takes a step and dives, the way the Dorito's lined up, you know, I think he gets in there.
Well, they're moved
Yep.
now into the snake for Tennessee.
And Dorito guy's not even looking this way.
As the rain, the Florida rain starting to come down.
And so the sky's open.
That's Florida. I mean, it's
Sunny
gonna,
one
it's gonna
moment.
rain a little bit.
Sunny one moment, and then just opens up.
Yeah, so for University of Tennessee, they got player in the snake,
Yeah.
and he's playing really tight in there, talking to his coach.
This is a long point here.
Yeah, this is a
So
long.
we got Casey over here for the Owls on the back corner.
Yeah, this is a long, tense point here. And it's anyone's game still. Did you
The
see
rain.
that? Yeah, the rain's starting to come down.
Adding more drama to the action.
And just as we set deep into sudden death overtime, the rain starts to fall. Of
Yeah.
course, the paintball gods would not have it any other way.
And shall it rain?
So it's Matthew Talby for Tennessee trying to be the hero in here in the snake, better field position. And I don't think that Albertini knows that he made it in. He's got to. His coach is right there. So Albertini all the way as far back on the snake corner as he possibly can. In fact, his pack is pretty exposed. And now,
Making moves.
yeah, I was going to say that, you know, Matthew Talby really needs to play tight in here. He's got to be careful. He's hanging out a little bit.
Yeah.
But, you know, so was Albertini. But Albertini's as tight in that spot as he can get because cross field in that Dorito, Tennessee's got a player, and he's able to lob a shot in on him. So Albertini got to be careful out here, back corner bunker.
Look at Talby's trying to find out where that Dorito player is. Oh, as he takes some shots over there.
So long 10-minute overtime point so far, which equals an entire half of paintball.
Everyone's sitting tight.
Well, then
you
now
know?
patience, you know, people are starting to get antsy, you can
Yeah.
tell.
Definitely.
I mean, the crowd's getting antsy, we're getting antsy, the players are getting antsy, but they're out of paintballs.
Yeah.
I don't think that that Matthew Talby has any more pods. He does have one on his back still. Wait, no.
It's open.
Can you tell, though, that
Yeah, it
the one
looks open.
but underneath that?
I
he
think
have one
he's
there?
out because he reached back there and came up empty.
Yeah, no, you're right. So he is down to just what he has in his loader. Yeah, look at that. He's got an empty pod. Man, he's probably hating the fact that he didn't flip that. You know, all you got to do is just turn it upside down, and it won't blow open when you slide around.
Yeah. It looks like we got the volunteer guys crossing over, taking more real estate, trying to get up close and personal. Oh, Albertini's still staying alive. Oh, man. Looks like everyone has their tents out, campfires, roasting marshmallows.
telling you, this is when we need to Hunger Games it. You know, a sponsor needs to call in who he likes the best. Like, say it's maybe Albertini.
Yeah.
Or no, we got to give it to Matthew Talby because he's actually aggressive over here.
Send him a paint
and a
grenade.
golden parachute comes down, delivering him 5 pods of paint.
Or a paint grenade. 5 pods of paint.
He'd probably pay $100 for 5 pods of paint right now.
Yeah, right? Oh, look at this.
Well, his coach is right there. You know, these guys are just waiting for the other players to make the mistake. And what that means is long, long, long point. Super long point, which we've already seen. We're heading into 12 minutes or 11 and a half minutes of paintball right here in this overtime point. Sudden death. So who is going to be the first person to make a mistake? There's Matthew Talby from Tennessee Volunteers on your screen right now. He's posted up, trying to get a shot on Albertini, Jeff Albertini.
There's that back blue tombstone back there.
But you can see there, look at that angle on your screen right now, Kat. There's Albertini.
Yeah.
So he's backed up as far as he possibly can because right above him, in that 50-yard line Dorito, there you can see him kind of, you know, can kind of get that angle. Look at that angle right there.
Yeah.
You can see as the camera backs up, and then there is Talby, and then the top right-hand portion of your screen, Tennessee Volunteers. But everyone's just playing as tight as they possibly can in there. So frustrating situation if you're any of these players because you're out of paint, you know, but you can't, I mean, you can just post up, but then it just becomes, okay, well, who's more patient? You know, that's a tough question.
A waiting game now.
You know, and Albertini is not in a spot to do anything.
No.
Albertini can't do anything. All Albertini can do is head check and try to lob a ball in, but guaranteed he's out of paint too. So he's not in a position to move right now. So he's got to listen to his coach. Now, the frustrating thing if you're Matthew Talby for Tennessee is that this coach, Albertini's coach, is right beside him.
Yep.
And then if you look at the top.
Albertini making a
Oh,
move.
Albertini made the move.
Getting froggy.
Or no. So that was Matthew Talby.
Oh, Talby making the move,
So
getting froggy.
Talby getting in there.
The coach lining him up, letting him know
Just
where he's
bird
at.
dogging him.
Bird dog. Right here. He's right here. Albertini's still not swaying from his watching over to Dorito.
Man, if you're in the pits, these guys are just
Look at
biting their nails
Yeah,
right
they
now.
are right now.
Well, you know, Matthew Talby getting in here, he's trying to bait Albertini a little bit because now Albertini might want to try to engage with him.
Yeah. Or maybe, you know, it gets closer to next.
Oh, Albertini
Teeny.
catching one from across field. So now it's Tennessee's game to lose here as they are up one body.
Right here, just walk him, walking him.
Yeah, all you got to do is just walk them down. No, you don't even need to take that shot. There you go.
There you
go
go.
up to the next
Be
one.
smart.
And then now
Walk
the other
'em.
guy should drop the hammer.
Oh,
And that is going to do it.
The man on the grassy knoll dropping one in.
So Tennessee winning their first
Who's
game of
this?
the year.
Was that Rude? No.
Yeah, so,
It was Rude.
yeah,
Dropping one in. from the
Rudy,
grassy
Jackson
knoll.
Rudy stepping up for the University of Tennessee Volunteers, and he is going to hang that flag and assure the victory. Come from behind victory for Tennessee. And what did I say, Kat, at the beginning of this game? If you're Walker
Yeah.
for Temple, how frustrated are you right now?
Real frustrated right now.
Oh my God, so frustrated. Well, let's check out this last kill here. So there's Albertini, as tight in there as he possibly can get,
and
and he
just
just
loader
gets one
explodes.
lobbed in. He couldn't get tight enough, and look at the frustration.
Yeah.
Just chest to the ground. Soul's hurt right there.
Soul.
Stole his soul.
Stole his soul.
Tennessee just stole Albertini's soul right there. Unfortunate turn of events for Temple. And like I was saying, man, if you're a Walker, go back all the way as we watch the close of the point, last point here in Sudden Death, and the longest point that we've seen so far at this event. And the final score, you're looking on your screen, and it is Tennessee Volunteers 5 and the Temple University Owls 4. And again, man, Walker, that very first point, giving that one-on-one to Tennessee by stepping just slightly out of bounds.
Definitely.
Oh.
Esker also slid out on that point as well.
Yeah, so let's check it out here, that battle on the snake here for that last point as Cook running downfield, doing what he had to do to trade out. It was an aggressive move for him. Look at that. Puts a guy in, and he launches. Eyes up, gun up, perfect form, and boom, puts it on Iskro. Take their star off the field. So Cook, man, that's That's what you need to do. Catches a bunch extra, some bonus
Yeah.
ball love. But
A little bit low.
hey, man, he got the job done and helped his team secure their victory. So, wow, that was quite the very close paintball game we just watched here. The NCPA Championships in Lakeland, Florida. And as the liquid sunshine starts to come down from the sky, wouldn't be Florida if it wasn't raining a little bit.
Definitely not.
Yeah, so next up we have the University of Connecticut Huskies. You know, one of the longest standing teams in this league, going to be taking on the Ohio State University Buckeyes, another longtime team here in the NCPA. And that's coming at you next. Man, that's going to be a good one. So, yeah, man, it's, yeah, Catfish. I can't wait to see this next one, and then also can't wait to see what West Point's going to bring against what instantly became a favorite after their first victory,
Yeah.
Florida Gulf Coast University Eagles. You're going to watch the Gypsy Assassin. So tell your friends, check out our webcast here at the NCPA Championships. I'm Matty Marshall with Kevin Catfish Arcilla and Kristen Kenny and Todd Martinez, and we're going to be back with more action. See you in just a few.
A&S Gear rocks the largest inventory of any paintball retailer. From our massive selection of guns to our endless supply of goggles, ANSgear.com can supply your every paintball need. We have a large selection of paint in stock and the best loaders on the market.